Happy Friday. I guess everyone's really glad it's come. Yeah, we've got that real wet, damp weather's finally struck. And guess what? This was my last day of work. We had an unbelievable November. Wrapping up the clientele's properties and just getting them perfect so they're happy throughout Christmas. So why I'm so excited is I take 3 months off every year. Here comes the question that I get all the time. Well, what are you going to do? How are you going to pay the mortgage? How are you going to do? Guys, I don't have those issues in my life. I've been clean and sober 19 years. I've been dedicated and responsible and successful with the business. So I'm able to do those things. I can take those 3 months off with no financial worry whatsoever. The only thing I worry about is all the time. So this has only been going on a year. And very glad it's turned out. Like, I can't believe I hit 1,000 subs from just my own content with no help from anybody. Just genuine conversation and knowledge, trying to share with people to help them. So, that's a lot of time to be, and I've been doing this the same way for 19 seasons, and I've had the same one employee. That's it. He's never left because I pay him real well. And he loves what he does, right? He's 57, I'm 54. Keeps me in great shape. Look at those forearms. I do weights a little bit, but only in the winter, guys. I want to be in top physical condition, spiritually and physically, right? So, it's like ever since I got clean and sober, it just feels like I've been rocketed into the fourth dimension of existence. All my friends that I've made, because all of mine are now in the ground, they did not surrender to the disease. I mean, all of them, even my own brother, he just passed. Look at this guy. Can you believe this? May 12th, man. Look at that. You know what my friends say in the rooms? They say he looks like a bloody Hollywood movie star. Look at that. That frickin' disease don't care who you are. It'll take you. He had a mental illness. Just, really bad. Bipolar 1. I talk to him every night, guys. Every night. So, I'm going to get into what I think, it's the topics, what I feel, after mastering. I call it mastering because anything you've done for a very, very, very long time, you become a professional almost at it. And I am on the used market. I haven't even lost anybody. I'm in the green when it comes to money, and I've had hundreds of components. So, in my opinion, on the used market, and if you have the funds to afford this bracket that I'm going to talk about, I say in between $1,500 and $5,000. You can get some of the most beautiful equipment on the used market and build the most unbelievable system. It may take, some trial and error, but I mean, you can get some components that retail 20 grand for 5 grand if they're not the most popular or they're a boutique builder, which is what I own. It's all boutique stuff. Spatial's boutique, Belcanto's boutique, Pure Fidelity's boutique. I preach that because that is about music. That's not about a corporation money. It's about music built by audiophiles. So, like I say, that's so, I just removed 12 components out of the room. The system was up to replace probably around 90,000. Right? And it wasn't sold due to financial difficulty. It was just to simplify. I've been doing this a very, very long time. And when the Belcanto E1X came in, I had no expectations. I thought I was just going to review my first component because I was very, very... I really wanted to hear this Black Series by Belcanto, knowing the history of the designer, that he started his journey building my favorite tube topology, the 845 single-ended triode. And when I read that he went immediately from there to design a 21st century single-ended triode in Class D, it was like, okay, I got to get that piece in here. And aesthetically, the stuff's just absolutely gorgeous. I've already done segments on it, and I'll do it again because I just cannot believe how good it is, guys. I mean, yeah, it's 11,800, but you're getting a whole stereo doing everything. Phono stage, DAC, streamer, even the headphone section's unbelievable. It won't drive the hardest to drive, but it sounded incredible with the Mi's. It's the best integrated system. I won't call it an all-in-one. All-in-one means there's going to be afterthought components put in there. This, no. This is a fully integrated reference system. So down, now we're down to around, a 3-component system. You got your power supply here, Pure Fidelity Horizon, Ortofone 890, Bel Canto, and then my good old blue circle conditioner in the back, and the spatials there. And you're looking at around 45 grand. So, that's probably like 5%. The top 2% of the city here owns a system of that value, because most are in mortgages and have families that come first, or at least I hope they do. I could have a way more expensive system than this, but I have priorities that I've always kept first. So the first priority is to get the home paid off, right? I know you guys think the place is pretty small. It's good size. I mean, it opens way up over there. I mean, this is the listening chair down here, and then be right here. The camera's on the island, and then it spreads out. So it's a nice size space. We go in here. This is supposed to be the second bedroom. I left that open, and I turned that into a den, which I never use. You got your washer dryer there, and then you got a huge view of the ocean and the North Shore Mountains. 735 square feet. I'm just proud. A guy with zero education, drug addiction for almost 30 years, got sober in '05, and I said to myself, what do I want my life to look like, right? And I made these goals, and nothing has got my way. Nothing. Built a business, got the real estate, got a beautiful system, an unbelievable art collection. Like, look at this little thing. You've already seen the monster totems that can't even put a price on that. Look at this. It's called a bentwood box. You can see there's no seams. None. This guy's one of the authentic boxwood builders, and he's actually in Burnaby, right? And how you can tell, so they lay a flat panel down, and they put notches in it, and you can see here, right? That's where it ends and is finally connected. But if you see here, see that? There's notches, so it's steamed and then curved and pre-carved. So I'm obsessed with this art because I know the market of it, and it goes up in value. And guess what? It never breaks. It never breaks. And it just goes up in value. It's a higher, it's just a better hobby investment-wise, right? I got master artifacts all over the house. So, I don't know, I've learned all these markets at a very young age. And so, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit all over the place, but I'm just saying there is a sweet spot on the used market where you can build a very high-end system. To me, the word high-end audio, I'd say it starts at 25 grand for a system. Because even that is a lot of money for a family and a couple incomes and a mortgage. 25 grand. On the used market, right, you could get an unbelievable system. It's just, right? And then I'd say it gets into the ultra high end starting at, I don't know, 200,000. But the last system was 100. I could have almost whatever I want here, but it's just, I want my stuff non-bulky. I already had the big 211 flagship Yolita monoblocks. They were 9 grand 14 years ago. 90 pounds a piece, boxes as big as fridges. Probably the best amps I've ever owned, sound-wise. And they were 211 with 200 watts of power. It was more like a 300B with slam compared to the 845. So, guys, learn the used market if you haven't already. And it's limitless what you can do. So, I've arrived, and And I don't bullshit when I say I've arrived. I've had this system. It's doing everything I ever wanted it to do from every section. So I just enjoy it, and I share my experience with you guys and gals, and to hopefully steer you in the right direction, right? Just think it through. There's some really, really good stuff out there for that in that price point. I'm going to start to get into separate components that I recommend and would never go anywhere else, because I already know when they came in what they did to me in my heart, right? So I don't need to go anywhere else once that happens. And that took years to find. And when you find it, you know it. Have a good weekend. It's all about the family. Merry Christmas.